Hello everyone and welcome back again to Roadcraft. We are back on Sunken. Excuse me. We're going to go and see if we can recover the mine plans from the flooded village. So we'll be in our scout for this one. If I had to guess, I would say this is probably going to be one of our fun little puzzles that we get to do with these. So I will probably goof it up, but we'll see how bad this one is. In the last episode, in case y'all missed it, we finished the road to the quarry. Went across, replaced the pipe, delivered the object there. Then we came over and discovered the salt mine. We were given two objectives. One is to find the mine plans, which we are headed to do now. The other one is to check out the substation. So we'll drive over today. This may be more of a scout video. Probably going to be a short one. I don't have a lot of time to record tonight. But we'll go over and find the plans, go check out the power station, see where we're at. So, I want to say we may just drive the scout around for a little while tonight, explore the map. So, looks like the plans are going to be somewhere in here. See if we can get over that tree. There we go. So now the question is where? Where are they going to be?
Now, all you have to do is find the action building. At least you don't have to crack the safe yourself. Although if you could, I'd be impressed. And suspicious.
Looks like we are probably up there. On top. So that could be interesting to get to. Not seeing any object popping up yet. I tell you what, in real life, I would not want to take my vehicle across this stuff. And just like that, we are stuck. Good job, Cameo. It's always the way to do it, ain't it? Get stuck right off the bat. Good thing there was a little tree there for us. See if we can get up this rubble. Still not seeing anything showing up on this scan. Come on, truck. I think that piece of concrete, excuse me, was messing us up. I apologize. I'm having a little sinus trouble today. It's a good thing about being in the South. Sinus trouble galore. There we go. Now we're going up. So again, I would suspect we are up here somewhere with this. I'm not seeing anything highlighting though, is the problem. I always did think that that scanner was supposed to highlight your objective. We may have to wind up getting a better scout. This one may not make it up it. Oh, there we go. Does not like those pieces of concrete. It's fine, I don't think I would myself. This is conveniently made for a vehicle to drive over, however, not very well. Oh, come on. Got the Austin Powers is here for a moment. What are the odds that it's in there? Or would it be somewhere else? Can we get into those rooms? Does that break if we back into it? Obviously, that piece does not. I do like how there are winch points on the wall. Good gravy, that dadgum concrete, man, is about to get on my nerves. So can we not winch to that? I was assuming we could. Oh, wait, there it is. Nope. Okay, so that answers that. Excuse me, that is solid. Now, can we hook to it? Anywhere? No. Okay. So I would venture to say what we're looking for is not going to be in there. I did not see it over here either. Would it be up higher? I don't see a way to get up there. There is something glowing back there. No, wait, that's just the opening of the wall. Yeah. Well, and the scanner is not showing anything. Although that's showing something 400 meters away. Okay, that's where we're going to take it to. So now, getting back over here, it looks like we are close. It's going to be right there. It did pick it up that last scan. Okay, good. So we just took the scenic route, folks. That is all. Often fun to explore. I know, as we said last video, there are little hidden toy cars on these maps. So who knows? We could have come across one of those. I didn't see one. That doesn't mean it wasn't there. My wife jokingly says I cannot see my hand in front of my own face sometimes. There it is. Now let's get the winch hooked onto that. Take it where it needs to go. However, I don't think we're going to drag that the whole way there. We'll probably pull it over, go get our crane truck, deliver it that way. Because I don't want to drag that all the way across the map. That would not be fun. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to get out of there either. Come on, man. Alright, let's get out low for a second. Give it a good pull. Still nothing. These little broken pieces of concrete are not cooperating with us today, y'all. I don't think this is meant to be driven off, but we're going to anyways. You know what we could do? It's just a thought. That way we don't have to take the big truck. Could we get close enough that we can make that winch in? I doubt it, but that would be very interesting. And no. So, okay. So good enough. We've got it to the edge of the building. Let's go find our crane truck and we'll deliver that. Just gonna park this over here for now, time being. That's good and out of the way. Let's say I think this is fairly close by. I tell you, I do love this vehicle right here. If any of y'all are wondering is it worth it or not, next to the dump truck and the leveler slash grader, whatever you want to call it, this has been my next most used truck. Um, it's just convenient. You don't have to drive a crane around with you and load it into a flatbed. It's just all in one. Makes life so much easier on here. Okay, now let's see. How are we going to get around to over there? Assuming we can get through here. Maybe not. There we have a big beam in the way, and I almost turned the truck over going back to look at that. That's another thing I like about this vehicle too. Sometimes you can rescue yourself with just a little bit of work. Those anchors come in very handy at times. Yeah, I don't think we're going through that. Well, I bet this beam is unpassable as well. I don't think that's just going to break for us. No. But could we get over it? Survey also says no. Does it have a winchable point? And looks like again we are at a no. Okay, so next question then. Can we get the scout to pull that down and bring it to us? Or at least get it close enough where we can get the crane on it. Not looking like it, guys. Not looking like it. So yeah, come one, come all. Watch this cameo struggles to get us safe off of a stinking roof. So I guess we'll just come back out. Probably what I should have done, drive around the building and come back here instead of trying to be a shortcut taker. I should have known from SnowRunner shortcuts only cause problems. Because in that game, if you took a shortcut thinking you were going to save a moment, holy crap, Batman. And we just flooded our engine. Lovely. So now we get to recover and drive all the way over here. Well, that didn't work according to plan, did it? Have to get out of this zone to take it out of low. Which I know we can get there from here because I remember that from doing this factory. Don't quite remember which turn. I think it's all the way at the very end. So yeah, today has been a day of mishaps, but if anybody has played any of the games that are along this line, whether it's Spin Tires, Mud Runner, Snow Runner, heck, even Expeditions, that is just part of the fun. It's turning stuff over. And no, this was the incorrect way. That is to the train. I could have sworn there was a way out of this factory here to get to over there. Oh, it is. You cut by the train and go down. You doofus. That's right. So yeah, it's amateur hour tonight, folks. Let's sit back and have a good laugh at this one, because I normally halfway know what I'm doing on this game, but I am struggling, and I have no excuse. I played with Arthur last night on his channel. If y'all want to check him out, it's King Arthur Simulations. He will probably have the video up in a few days of our multiplayer session. So shout out to King Arthur tonight. Very cool guy. He's the one who's actually got me into streaming and starting to put stuff on YouTube. Very nice guy. Wouldn't be where I am as far as this stuff goes without him. He's taught me a lot. I've been in his stream for years now, and he sets a very good example for newer folks. I would say younger, but I am younger than him, but not by a lot. But he sets a good example for folks who are new to it, who want to try to get into it, learn how to do it and everything. He's a great streamer to watch. Very good YouTuber as well. Come on, Bessie. Don't let that little bump stop you. You know, you'd think this was a road or a game that you'd have to build some roads on or something that I should have already done. At the time, I didn't see this was relevant. I had tried going through here very early on this map with the big 40-ton dump truck that you get. Realized very quickly we weren't going to make it, so I aborted that mission very fast. And in hindsight, I'm glad I did, because that truck would have never made it through here. Hopefully, we did just have a patch to the game this week. Everything seems to be doing fine for me. I have saw a few people say it's caused some certain issues. I can't remember exactly what they were. Uh, I personally have not experienced any of those. Hopefully that dump truck will get fixed in a patch. That is a little on the aggravating side, how it wants to dump nearly all of your load by the time you get there. I started with 40 ton, and by the time I got to where I needed to be, I probably had 15 left, maybe. Okay, so one eternity later, we do have our cargo in. Okay, so let's see where this is going. This is going to the workshop. So we actually need to come around this building. Probably would just shoot through here, go pop on the road that we actually did build some on. Come around the concrete factory, and then we're there, so shouldn't be too bad of a journey. He said, knowing he could flip at any time in these type games. So I pulled it out of low for a moment. Let's just stay in low till we get over here on the better road. I'm not gonna say it's a good road because I built it, so it can't be too great. We'll get this delivered and at least start the next mission. We'll see how long it's been when we get this done. I know my first 3 videos were super long. I do realize that, but do keep in mind those were replays of Twitch streams. Did about 45 minutes on the other one that I sit down and recorded, but I'll try keeping these a little shorter because I know y'all have stuff to do besides sit down and watch a whole video. I do appreciate the ones who have tuned in, who has sit down and watched for a while. It means a whole lot, especially starting out. So if we just run one mission per episode, or at least one and maybe start the other one, that's what we'll do. Because again, this save is dedicated just for this. We'll not do anything off camera other than just repetitive sand work if we're building a road or something. Uh, that would be about the only thing I would do. I don't want to run any missions, complete any missions like that. But if I need to take 3 or 4 hours from point A to point B, I'll just not record that and we'll leave that out. Yeah, so this is going much smoother. It was a little pain in the neck to get this thing. We'll head down here and deliver this. Hey, y'all haven't saw this on much unless y'all have watched the Twitch replay. We built this road up. That way these guys can get down here. For a previous mission. And there we go. One safe delivered.
Great work. And good news, it was an easy safe to crack. They're already done. The mind map shows alternate passages were under construction, at least before the roof collapsed. I wonder if we could reinforce them to get you away inside. Maybe you can check it out. See if it can be done.
Of course, Kelly, we'd be glad to do that. Okay, so this is find and explore potential entry points to the mine. We're not going to do that yet. Let's go over to the substation. Because that was our plan coming in. So we'll hop back in the scout. See if we can find a way out of here that's not going to sink us. We'll go over and check out the substation, probably pick up a new task, and then we'll call it a video at that point. Get around this light pole here. Yeah, deep water. It's not that bad. Well, we drove in here through it. We should be able to get out. I will say, compared to some of the areas in the mud on SnowRunner, and I reference it a lot because it's, you know, it's the newer game that's still going on. Been going for years, tons of updates, tons of new maps, tons of new trucks, and I reference it more than Spin Tires or Mud Runner. But compared to the mud on there and the deep holes and stuff you can get in, this map, well, not just this map, but this game definitely has some tougher areas to navigate. Okay, so we're through that. And we should be able to sneak across right over here, across the tracks for the crane, without too much trouble. So we did build some of this in for an infrastructure route as well. Let's go back, head back across the bridge, go see what's going on at the substation, and see what we need to do to get it up and going. I had to guess, probably we'll be building a road after this at some point. So we'll check that out next episode, along with seeing if we can find the mine entrance. See what's going on there. That sounds like that would be interesting too. I tell you, I absolutely do. I've said it in every video I've made. I absolutely love this game. I know I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I was very harsh, very critical of Saber and Focused. I felt that Expeditions was a letdown. they have redeemed themselves. I am pushing nearly 60 hours of gameplay on this at this point, and that's with working a full-time job. So it's been out a week. That should tell you something. Been a lot of late nights that I shouldn't have had playing this game. I'll say it's been out a week. It's been out 9 days at this point when this is being recorded. But still, 60 hours in 9 days. That's a lot of gameplay. I would say it's the only game I've been playing, but I have, as I mentioned, we have been playing some Once Human with my friend Mad Hatter and my son Kason. Been having a good time with the, I call it new scenario. It's the old map with new things to do on it. We've been having a pretty good time with that. It's definitely been more of a challenge, more of a hard mode than even the hard mode we used to have. So it's been fun to do. Alright, so it looks like this road I'm hoping will lead up here to where we're going. It seems to be heading in the right direction, so. Looks like that spot there, if we have to send an infrastructure truck up, we'll definitely need some sand. I know there'll be some areas in the quarry that will. That spot will need sanded up there. This doesn't look too terrible. That spot there will need some sand in that low place. Probably a little bit right there and right here. All in all, that's not bad. Alright, and we are here, y'all. Good, quick, and easy. A lot easier than the safe debacle.
Buckle up. We're getting all sorts of errors from the main power substation. Think that's something you can handle, Hotshot? You'll need to fix the pipes and haul some transformers around. But don't worry, I'll make sure you have the wheels for the job.
Okay, so the new objective to repair main power station. There is a pipe out there, so we know we're going to need a pipe there. Let's check all this out before we get going. So we have a dead pipe here. Hopefully that's the only one. Here's the main power. Yes, there'll be a generator or transformer rather go there. So we have that pipe that's out. This should be just bringing power over to here to the steel pipe, so that's not terrible. That's going to be a heck of a run to get power over there. Probably would cheat it up through these woods. I would think you could fit under there. Ooh, I don't know, because then you'd have to come across to here. Ouch, that's not an easy run. To get in that little corner, we're going to have to bring up... Oh, you know what? We don't have the tree cutter because we haven't been incommunicado. So we don't have the tree cutter. We won't be able to cut those. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what the objectives are. Do the main power station. So, we got some not so great news. The local electrical system is running on empty and we can't get by without power. It turns out that the main power substation is the culprit, so it's up to you to get the station back up and running, repair the damaged section of the substation's piping system, and install transformers to make that happen. So, we are going to have to do an infrastructure route. Oh, wait, it's just infrastructure to replace pipes. Okay, so it's not an actual route. And then deliver object. So that's not going to be too bad. You have one there, and it looks like the pickup is over here. So a little driving with the crane truck, no big deal. And then the other one, to find and explore the mine entry points, we have to reach a location by the salt quarry, and another one down this way. So that won't be too terrible either. Okay, guys, we'll pick up and work on those next time around. I do thank y'all for hanging out and stopping by. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is where you may be when you watch this. Um, Again, thumbs up. We always appreciate. And if you like what you see, please consider throwing a new guy subscribe. That's greatly appreciated too. Thank you. Bye.